And you were the first ticket holder for the Brampton Battalion.
Correct.
And that was 15 years ago.
That was 15 years ago, and we actually ended up with the first 4 seats ever given away to the Brampton Battalion. I bought 2. My wife won the Name the Team contest, so we got 2 others for the first season.
And
so, yeah, that was pretty exciting.
And tonight is basically a passing of the torch.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep the emotion out of my face and my voice, but boy, watching these guys go, it was horrible. For 15 years, I've looked up to these guys. They play hard. I've seen them play through sickness. I've seen them play through injury. These guys are heart and soul hockey. It's, Stan Butler won't accept anything less. It's tough watching them play somewhere else, but I'm glad they're here in North Bay, because a town that's going to accept them and embrace them any better, I don't think they'd be able to find. So,
Yeah, the most hockey fans to see a game at Memorial Gardens tells you the support that this team has already. And you look at Memorial Gardens, the investment we have. Where in a community do you get 4,000 people out once a week at any event or any facility? And that's what the Gardens is. It really is a community center for our citizens to gather. And it's not just about hockey, it's about concerts and conventions and movie theaters, as you know. So it is a community center for all of us.
Talk to me about the journey getting here. I mean, this was, and it really is, it goes back to the minute that we knew that we were losing the Centennials.
March 26, 2002, I was the last one to leave the building. And I remember how I felt. And it breaks our heart that we lost our team that we cheered for 20 years. But we understand business happens and you have to make decisions. But here we are 11 and a half years later. I never stopped believing that we would have an OHL team back in our city. And just be able to sell 2,000 season tickets in 6 days. Not only is credit to the committee that made that happen, but to the community that really jumped on board.
So where do we go from here? I mean, there is certainly a lot of excitement tonight. We know that we have those season tickets, but those folks that didn't invest in that, what do they have to do to support this team?
Well, season ticket holders are your base, but you still have to provide tickets so that your community can come out and support the team. Not everybody can afford a season's ticket or want to buy a season's ticket because maybe they're too busy to come out to every game. But it's like our ski hill, it's like our waterfront, it's like our trails, it's like our Capitol Center. If we don't support it, we'll lose it. And it doesn't matter if it's a hockey team, a theater, a ski hill. We have to support the things that we really want in our community. And I think what we're seeing tonight is great support, but it's important that we continue to support all these different venues and events well into the years ahead of us, or we're going to lose them. Can you imagine our city without the ski hill or without the Capitol Center? I mean, that is what North Bay is all about.
Are you excited about tonight's game then?
Very excited.
How long have you been waiting to see this game?
Since the first day the season tickets were out.
Why?
Just because I really like hockey, and since the OHL's back, I'm really excited to watch it.
Yeah, it kind of brings around certain things full circle. Being back here is just a great feeling for me. To think that, it played such an important part of my life in my growing up to be a man. Those are critical years, and from the first time ever talking to Bert Templeton to leaving as an overage, I look at those 3.5, 4 years up here as critical components on who the person I am today. It helped shape me, it helped form me, it helped me become a man, and to be out there tonight, 11 years after the fact that they lost their team and now it's back, for me is extra special, because I walk around the building and I can't go 5 seconds without seeing a familiar face and sharing some great stories. And to me, these people deserve nothing but the best. And the OHL and the CHL is the best hockey in the world for these kids.
Certainly, hockey is a big part of being in North Bay, but it wasn't the only part of being in North Bay.
No, it isn't. And you know, just from the few people that I've talked to that are coming from Brampton, I can't stress enough how they're going from something that didn't really seem like it should. And you know, junior hockey is about community. It's about people that look at these guys as heroes, and they just didn't have that in Brampton, and they never were going to have that in Brampton. And now they go from being really almost invisible in Brampton to being real hockey heroes in this community. And for me, that was a great experience to be on the front page every game in the North Bay Nugget, or to lead Drew's 6:30 sports show. To me, is really what junior hockey is all about. Now these guys can really appreciate junior hockey in Canada the way it should be.
You've had an illustrious career. What piece of advice would you give these kids as they embark on a career here in North Bay versus Brampton?
Well, again, it's like the pendulum's swinging totally the other way. They go from being anonymous in Brampton to now being frontline people in the community, and don't take it for granted, and don't consider it a right. It's a privilege and it's an honor. Don't screw it up. Be humble. Go around and meet people and show them that you're just like anybody else. You love the game and you're fortunate enough to play it at a high level. Don't think that it's your birthright to do that. Think of it as a privilege and an honor every day.